Hello and welcome to the Dinar Daily. Today, we're covering a significant development that's drawing attention across private financial communities and among currency holders worldwide. A document, reportedly a confidential internal foreign currency exchange sheet from a major financial institution, has been the subject of recent discussion. This alleged leak has created a considerable amount of chatter and speculation regarding the future of the Iraqi dinar and other currencies. It's an event that has brought a sense of cautious optimism to many who have followed this topic for a long time. The reported details of this document are now the focus of numerous online groups and forums, highlighting a moment that many considered to be potentially transformative. The central piece of this recent development is an alleged internal test rate for the Iraqi dinar, which is listed at a value of $8.72 per IQD. This specific number has surprised many observers, as it suggests a valuation that was not widely anticipated at this stage. It's a figure that, if accurate, would represent a substantial increase from the dinar's current market value. The document, purportedly from Chase Bank, has not been officially authenticated by the institution, which is a key point to remember. As such, the information remains speculative. However, the reported presence of this figure on an internal exchange sheet has nonetheless sparked a widespread conversation. The document's authenticity is a subject of intense debate, while Chase Bank has not issued any public statement to confirm or deny the leak. Those circulating the information claim that it carries compelling signs of credibility. They point to similarities with previously unverified leaks from other major banks, which were later found to have some basis in fact. The screenshots and related metadata are being analyzed closely by various online communities. These technical details, if they can be verified, would lend significant weight to the claims and could indicate that a serious change in currency valuation is being considered by major financial players, according to the source of the alleged leak, an individual reportedly working in a foreign currency compliance division at Chase Bank. The screenshot displays the Iraqi dinar's internal rate under the USD column, clearly marked as an internal rate test phase. This designation suggests that it wasn't a standard, publicly available rate, but rather a figure being used for internal simulations. The source also highlighted that the surrounding data on the sheet showed conventional market rates for major world currencies like the euro, yen, and pound. This context, they argue, makes the specific and isolated testing of the Iraqi dinar rate particularly noteworthy and conspicuous, suggesting a deliberate and significant focus on this currency. Furthermore, the source claims that this specific section of the banking system is typically accessible only to employees with a high level of security clearance, those who are involved with foreign exchange, risk management, and global settlement operations. This restricted access is presented as a strong indicator of the leak's credibility. It raises a critical question. Why would a major global bank be running live tests on the Iraqi dinar at such a secure and high-level internal platform unless a significant currency event was imminent? The alleged level of seriousness and planning points to a calculated effort rather than a casual or random event. One particularly intriguing piece of evidence being discussed is the metadata associated with the leaked screenshot. Analysts claim this metadata indicates the screenshot was captured just minutes before the New York foreign exchange markets were scheduled to open. This timing is highlighted as being significant because it aligns with a period of peak liquidity and market activity. It suggests a scheduled, deliberate internal test rather than a random occurrence. Financial institutions often conduct such simulations at these times to ensure their systems can handle a sudden surge in activity without operational failures. The fact that a bank of Chase's stature would be performing such a test on the Iraqi dinar is seen by many as a powerful signal. The broader context of Iraq's economic situation is also a key factor in the discussions surrounding this leak. Over the last 5 years, Iraq has been undertaking a major financial transformation. The country's central bank reserves have reportedly grown to over $160 billion, which indicates a strong financial position and robust liquidity. Iraq has also been working on digitizing its payment systems to reduce systemic risk. Additionally, they have secured significant strategic trade agreements, including oil for currency deals with a number of countries. These developments collectively paint a picture of a nation that has been actively preparing its economy for a potential change in its currency status. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, has also reportedly played a role in this economic transformation. Recent news suggests that the IMF has given its final approval on Iraq's progress in meeting key monetary reform benchmarks. These benchmarks include important measures such as controlling inflation, ensuring compliance with anti-money laundering (AML) regulations, establishing strong protections for investments, and creating a framework for a true free market exchange rate. The completion of these steps is seen as a crucial prerequisite for a potential currency revaluation. This international endorsement adds another layer of credibility to the idea that a significant change is indeed being prepared for. If the reported $8.72 figure for the Iraqi dinar were to become a reality, the implications for holders of the currency would be substantial. For an individual holding a modest sum, the change in value would be life-altering. For example, a holding of 100,000 Iraqi dinars, which might have been acquired for a small amount, would suddenly be worth a significant sum. While this potential windfall is fueling excitement, it also brings with it a host of responsibilities, including tax obligations and the need for proper financial planning. The potential magnitude of the gains underscores the importance of being prepared and approaching the situation with a sense of calm and practicality. The narrative extends beyond the reported leak itself, with additional reports of unusual activity across banking platforms. Following the circulation of the alleged document, some individuals have reported that the Iraqi dinar became temporarily unavailable for online foreign currency exchange at several major banks. Others observed that the dinar had inexplicably disappeared from online currency watch lists. Historically, similar behaviors have been associated with pre-revaluation test windows, where banks temporarily restrict public access to certain currencies while running internal simulations. This behavior is considered by some to be another sign that a major currency event is in the works behind the scenes. These bank-level adjustments are seen as part of a larger, coordinated effort. Institutions are believed to temporarily lock access to certain currencies to test their system's ability to handle the potential load, manage liquidity, and prepare their customer service for the impending change. This allows them to conduct stress tests and ensure system resiliency without causing a public panic or premature market reaction. For those who have been observing past currency revaluation cycles, these subtle yet noticeable shifts in banking platforms are often seen as signals that a public change in the dinar status might be drawing near. The leaked document, reportedly, also mentioned two other currencies, the Vietnamese dong, VND, and the Iranian rial. According to the document, the Vietnamese dong was listed at a staggering figure of $3.47 per 1 VND, under a similar pending live rate column. If this figure were to be accurate, it would represent an even more dramatic increase in value than the dinar's revaluation. Much like the dinar, the Vietnamese dong has been a subject of long-standing speculation among its holders, who have been waiting patiently through years of economic reforms and policy changes in Vietnam. The mere possibility of such a valuation has injected a tremendous amount of excitement into the community. Major financial institutions, including Chase, Wells Fargo, Citibank, and HSBC, have intricate infrastructures designed for the controlled rollout of sensitive foreign exchange updates. They utilize secure internal platforms and systems to run synchronized live tests. These simulations are not just about updating a rate. They are comprehensive stress tests that simulate full-scale liquidity management, redemption impact models, and system resilience under peak traffic scenarios. The goal is to ensure that when a new rate is made public, all customer transactions can be processed smoothly without causing financial panic or infrastructure failure. The meticulousness of these preparations shows that major banks are taking the possibility of a revaluation very seriously. For individuals holding these currencies, The key is to remain composed and strategic. It is important to avoid emotional and impulsive decisions, such as prematurely selling off holdings based on rumors. Safeguarding all physical notes and purchase documentation is critical, as banks will likely require verification during any redemption process. It is also important to be vigilant against scams or unverified redemption offers. Instead, focusing on a calm and rational approach is key. The importance of professional guidance cannot be overstated. Individuals with significant holdings should consult with professionals, such as a certified public accountant, CPA, who has experience in managing large capital gains and wealth management. Consulting with legal professionals is also a good idea to ensure all actions are compliant with regulations. This proactive approach to financial planning is essential for anyone anticipating a significant change in their financial situation. It's also crucial to monitor and rely on official communication channels for verified information. These sources include official foreign exchange market rate updates, announcements from the Central Bank of Iraq, notifications from the International Monetary Fund, and bulletins from government treasuries. These official sources will provide the only definitive confirmation needed when and if a revaluation finally becomes a reality. Relying on unverified claims from unofficial sources can lead to misguided decisions. For years, the idea of an Iraqi dinar revaluation has been dismissed by mainstream media and financial experts as a fantasy. Many who believed in its potential were labeled as conspiracy theorists. However, the reported emergence of an internal document from a major American bank, if genuine, would represent a shift in this narrative. It would be a significant development that shows preparations are happening at the highest levels of the financial world. It would be a moment of validation for those who persevered and held on to their beliefs. This moment is symbolic of a larger economic shift. It points to a potential turning point where nations that have been struggling economically could reclaim their rightful standing on the world stage. For individuals who chose to hold on to their currencies despite the skepticism, a revaluation could represent not just a financial gain but a deeply personal vindication of their trust and vision. It's a testament to perseverance and a reminder that sometimes the biggest financial changes are set in motion long before they become public knowledge. While the full picture will only be revealed with time and official confirmation, the mere existence of a leak of this nature suggests that behind the scenes, discussions and preparations are taking place at an extremely high level. It's no longer just a question of whether something big is coming, but rather when and how it will unfold. All the subtle signs, from economic reforms to bank-level adjustments, are pointing in a particular direction. For those paying attention, it feels like the stage is being set for a major event. For those with holdings in the Iraqi dinar or Vietnamese dong, this is a unique moment. All the time spent researching and the patience exercised could be leading to a significant conclusion. It's a reminder that financial history is not only made by governments and large corporations, but also by ordinary people who have the courage to believe in something different. This moment deserves attention and respect regardless of the size of one's holdings. It is a time for grounded, informed action rather than emotional decisions. As we conclude, we want to emphasize the importance of staying informed and alert. The worst thing to do right now is to make rash decisions driven by hype or panic. This is the time for a calm, strategic approach. We will continue to track every credible development and official signal. If and when new rates become public, we will be here to provide the context and breakdown of what it means, from tax implications to redemption steps. This information is intended for informational purposes only. It's a reminder to always do your own research, remain skeptical of unverified claims, and consult with professionals before making any financial decisions. Stay safe, stay smart, and stay prepared.